Imperialism in crisis. Your city, my graveyard. This isn't the Tenderloin. This is a graveyard. That's not Fillmore up there. That's a graveyard. That's not Sausalito across the bridge. That's a graveyard. That's not a new school. It's not the best school. It's a graveyard. I'm talking about that new school in New Orleans. It's not the best school in the world. It's a graveyard. How do I know? I was there. I was there. As always, sweeping candy into the hallways, my lesson plan drawing on the board. Bell rings, take a seat, please copy down every word. Poverty. I want to begin by talking about military spending and its effect on the economy. The military spends about 51% of the federal budget. Excuse me. The fuck that got to do with me, whoa? That means that only 49% is left over for everything else. That means 7% is given to education in this case, right? About half of you guys don't graduate. You know the state also has the highest incarceration rate, so is it making more sense to you now? I want to get back to, though, the overall effect of the military spending and the poverty that it creates. Did you know in this city, over 90,000 people live off of less than 10,000? When I said this, water started pounding. Worse than the last storm sounded. They said it'd be ugly. I figured tomorrow it would be sunny, so I come to work. My students have no choice, they got nowhere to go. They'll be in this building, rain, sleet, or snow. But here we go. Now water is surrounding the school. It's raining cats and dogs, and they're not neutered. One of my students said, the sky is shooting. Just wait, calm down. It'll be over. You see, the storm is over. One of the kids wiped the frost off the window and said, I see soldiers. Then the side of the school just exploded, the crash. The water just started rushing on campus. We were on the first floor. We couldn't do nothing but watch it come at us. All right, kids, up and at 'em, get to the stairs. The halls are filling with water and losing air. The homeless people that slept outside now sleep eternally in our hallways, washing through the school, walking through the babies from the preschool too, but it hadn't yet got to our waist. We got through the hall, but the dean was like a Minuteman waiting in the staircase, the AP kids behind him. You can't come up here. You might steal our iPods or our TI-83s. And it's only enough for these students and me. No more free lunch for EBT. Back to your class, teacher, Godspeed. One of my students drowned trying to explain he was on varsity. But we were already back to the class, hanging on the top of the chalkboard waiting for the waters to pass. Those unneutered cats and dogs are now deadly, not rabies, but a chemical medley biting our legs, leeches sticking to the back of our heads, kids in the basement detention, left for dead. A girl said her boyfriend was there because the teacher misunderstood what he said. We waited till the water was black and red, and the bile dried out, like a prisoner in Guantanamo whose case wasn't tried out. We sat in the filth till we were all cried out. Security kicked in the door and said, "Get out." Classes filling the hall, stepping over corpses, kids listening for their parents' voices, but their parents were voiceless. Forced on buses by age and gender, no choices, to a destination that fits the administration's agenda. Black votes divided. The biggest forced migration since the Union and the Confederacy united. Yes, they showed us what genocide is. Our school ethnically cleansed. It's now private, you'll never see me there again. That's not the best school in New Orleans. That's a graveyard.
Woo!